Hi guys, good morning. It is Sunday today and was a little bit defeated yesterday because I was set to record. I was like totally into it and then the memory card was full and we didn't bring another one and it's very echoey because the room's empty right now. But I'm pretty much going to show you guys what we did yesterday. Okay, so with the floors, I post on Instagram daily, so I'll put my Instagram down below if you're not already following. Okay, so everybody's been super invested in these hardwood floors to see what they're gonna look like, and we actually did a test patch. I used a little palm sander and 60 grit sandpaper to get the finishing off to see what was under it, and I'll show you guys right now, and I am in love. Like, there's no orange or yellow in the color. And then we tested, so we did a wood stain of golden oak, and then we just did natural, which is no stain, just the color. With the finishing, which is polyurethane satin finish, and I like this one better, but I think I'm gonna do a vote on Instagram, like a poll to see what people like more, because I'll show you guys actually. So this one has the stain plus the polyurethane over, and this is, it's a little dusty, but my son stepped on it, but you have to let it dry for 8 hours, but you get the idea. It's just the polyurethane finish. So I'll show you from this angle. So the color definitely changes from like the original like finishing, but this one you can see like the grain of the wood is a little bit darker, and this one it's like very light, and I actually prefer like the lighter, brighter color, but I think this also like brings out the true like wood accents and makes it look real, because these were what we were leaning towards with the laminate, what is it, LVP, laminate vinyl plank. I will say my husband wants us to do these, and we've actually installed laminate flooring, so we know the process. We've never refinished wood, so we have zero idea what that entails and what that looks like, or even how to do it. But I want to refinish it, and I'm trying to convince my mom to help me refinish it, because honestly my husband wants nothing to do with it, which is fine. I get, like, you know, you can't win every battle, but that's what I'm leaning towards, and it'll save us thousands of dollars if we go that route. And personally, I think it's beautiful. Like, we also bought paint yesterday, so we're prepping the rooms to paint. My kids are gonna go with my in-laws for most of the day. Let me show you guys. Okay, so this is one of the rooms that we're prepping, and then we're gonna do like paper on the floor to protect the hardwood. Oh, and the fans we're changing out. We just need to figure out what we're gonna go with. Oh my god, the walls look so bad on camera. And then the other room, so you can, oh my god, I mopped these walls also, but they look horrendous. We patched all the holes in the wall, took off the trim. We need to like tape off here. We're also gonna take out the closet situation so we can paint. And then I think that's what we're focusing on today. And then, so we stopped ripping out the carpet here because we want it to be safe for the kids. But I think we might also, if we have time, hi dudes. If we have time, we'll rip out the living room. We just want to make sure that we can take out all the nails. And then this is the paint we got. We went with white veil, and then this is just like pure white for the ceiling and the trim. So I'm gonna show you guys the paint prep that we did today. So we prepped and taped off the floors because we're working on the walls first. The windows, we still need to do some patching in the closet, so we're not painting in this room, but I did a horrible job in here. I wanted to try to ration the painter's tape because that's pretty pricey, and I wish we bought cheaper tape just to tape this down and hold better, but we used what we had. And then in here, we did a horrible job of prep, but hopefully it gets the job done and it protects the floors. And then I'm gonna work on cleaning the living room because I think we might try to rip up the carpet if we have time in here. So I pretty much just have to move everything out. This is where the kids have been hanging out, just because it's safe in here, no nails. When my husband comes back, we'll start on the painting process, which we'll be using a sprayer for the first time. This is brand new, so we'll be figuring this out together. Oh, I did also want to note, I had some people on Instagram asking me if the wood floor goes throughout the whole house, and we think so. We're not sure about the condition, so I guess the whole wood floor situation is still up in the air. It's not like a guaranteed. If it's not salvageable in the living areas, which this is the dining room that we believe it goes into, we'll just end up going with the LVP flooring. And my dad, so there's this tile at the entryway. Okay, so my dad lifted the corners and the carpet, and it looks like they put down plywood first and then they put the like mortar and tiling down on top of that. So hopefully the wood flooring isn't ruined and it's protected under this plywood. Once we rip it up, we'll find out. That is the update, so I'm gonna get to cleaning. Okay, so I just finished cleaning up the living room. Bedrooms are prepped, ready for paint. And we're gonna figure out this sprayer for the first time. We actually never used a sprayer before. We used rollers on our first house, and the agreement, I had to convince my husband for 2 years to get another fixer-upper, and we agreed that he could buy any power tool or any like tools that we needed just to make it like easier on ourselves. So I'm excited, and it should go quickly. And then we're gonna eat lunch right now. I'm like running out of steam because I'm starving. It is 11:10. We haven't had breakfast. Running on coffee. I should drink water. Okay, so we just finished painting the rooms, which was extremely fast with the sprayers. Like, it was so worth the investment. I wish we got it sooner. And we feel like it wasted less paint overall, and the paint's more expensive than it was a few years ago. It was just a pain to clean it right now, but I mean, it took longer to clean it than we actually took spraying, but I don't mind, and so worth it. So now we're gonna start cleaning up, just clearing out the living room because we're gonna start ripping it up. We're gonna get started, and this is like a huge deal for me right now because this will save us lots of money if the floors are in good condition. just as we suspected. Perfect. Again, it's just the color that we want to change. There's not too many nails, so that's going to be easier to demo. And then the last area we'll probably worry about later, but just want to make this safe and clean for the boys. All right, so at this point in the day, we are exhausted and ready to finish, but we were so determined to get to a good stopping point, and we wanted to finish out this whole living area, including the dining room and the tile at the entryway. And as we were pulling up this carpet, tons of dirt started to fly up. I guess because people track in dirt in an entryway, and it just got everywhere. It was in everything, so there was a lot of cleanup. There it flies in AJ's mouth. So we're just cleaning up, and in this dining room we discover the worst of the water damage on the wood floors. So if I have a picture, I'll insert one of a close-up. And we're just cleaning up, and we are anticipating not redoing this flooring because we would really have to bring in professionals to change out the wood and do the repairs, and we just want to keep it simple and do it ourselves, whether that be refinish or do LVP. And then under this tile we discover the wood pattern changes to this, and it's cool. I loved it first, and then I hated it, and then I loved it, and then, you know, every other day is like a different opinion about this entryway. I think it's cool sometimes, but not my style. And we're just finishing up, and we're moving into the next day, and I'll explain more exactly what I'm doing here. Let's see here, next to the wood that I sanded down in the living room, and the undertones are honestly just too red for my liking. It's not the color that we're going for, so I think we're just gonna go with LVP, honestly. You wanna say hi? Yeah, so these were the sample pieces. We're leaning towards the cherry oak, I believe it's called, which it doesn't really look red. It looks kind of gray next to the other samples, but so when you see it like as a whole in Home Depot on the samples, it looks beautiful. So I think that is what we're gonna go with, and maybe we'll pick up a few of the cases at Home Depot today so we can start.